Hello gamers, are you struggling to get kills in ranked classic matches? Don't worry, you're in the right place. In this video, I will give you some very useful tips to help you get more kills in every match. Before we start, please drop a like. Getting kills in a high-ranked lobby is really hard because there are so many skilled players out there. To compete, you need to be just as good or even better. Before we dive into the tips, it is crucial to understand what kind of player you are. Are you a close-range player or a long-range player? A close-range player excels in close-quarters combat, but might struggle with long-range sprays. On the other hand, a long-range player is good in sustained sprays over distance, but might find close-range fights challenging. Then, there are those rare players who are good at both. If you fall into this last category, you probably don't need this video because you already have a good handle on the game. If you're a close-range player, the best strategy to get more kills is to engage in more close-range 1v1 fights. However, don't get overconfident and jump into the middle of a full squad. As I always say, never underestimate an opponent. If there are multiple enemies, try to separate them and take individual 1v1 fights. Additionally, you should work on improving your long-range sprays to become a more versatile player. For long-range players, focus on perfecting your sprays. To be good at long-range sprays, you need an excellent sensitivity setting. Here's how my sprays look with various scopes. They might not be perfect, but they are effective enough to get some long-range knockouts. These are my gyroscope sensitivity settings. You can try these settings, but if they feel too high, reduce them by 40% and try again. If it feels too low, I don't think it will, but still if you feel so, increase it by 20% and try again. Find the sensitivity that works perfectly in coordination with your hand movement. However, you can't always rely on sprays. There will be situations where you have no choice but to engage in close-range fights. In such cases, you need to train your close-range skills as well. Now, there's one more category of players who struggle with both close-range and long-range combat. These are mainly new players. I understand that you are still learning the game mechanics. To get more kills in every match, you should focus on mastering one of these two skills first. You can either specialize in close-range or long-range combat. I recommend starting with long-range sprays because it is generally easier to master compared to close-range fight. First, work on controlling recoil for long-range sprays. This is a skill that can be gained with practice and good sensitivity settings. Once you've got a handle on long-range combat, start working on your close-range skills. Best way to do this is through team deathmatches. Play 3 to 4 TDMs before starting classic matches. Never camp in TDM, play aggressively, and don't be afraid of dying. This will help you improve your reaction times and combat skills in close-range encounters. Close-range skills will grow with experience. So in Classic, also try to take more fights if you really want to improve. So, these are the basic skills you need in the game. Now let's move on to some advanced tips that will help you get more kills than usual. Tip 1. Play with a good supporting team. Having a good teammate by your side is always better. If you get knocked or killed, they can rescue you. It's always better to rush enemies as a full team, because there will be someone to cover you. Tip 2. Third party at the correct time. Taking third-party fights isn't new, but you should do it at the right time. When you hear a lot of firing sounds along with multiple knockout messages in the kill feed, that's the perfect time for a third party. This strategy can give you some free kills because there will be enemies who are already knocked out. However, always watch your back, otherwise someone else might third party you. Tip 3. Always rush with a teammate. Even if it's a single enemy, rush with at least one teammate by your side. You never know how good the opponent is or if they have a powerful weapon like a DBS. Tip 4. Correct gun selection. Using the right weapons suited for each situation can save you most of the time. For close range, if you're really good at hipfire, you can use almost any gun like the AKM, M762, or UMP45. The AKM and M762 are known for their high damage, but their bullet spread will be hard to predict for new players. For them, a UMP45 or Uzi will be a good choice because their hipfire accuracy is excellent. If you can get a P90, even better. For long range, the best choices are the M4 and SCAR-L. The AUG is also a good option because it has a very less horizontal recoil compared to the M4 and SCAR-L. However, controlling recoil with the M4 can be challenging for new players. I recommend using the DP28 for them. But don't spray continuously with the DP28. Its recoil pattern is very weird. Use it in burst mode, spray a few bullets, then stop and repeat. These were just some tips I found through my experience in the game. These will definitely help you. But to improve your gameplay, consistent practice is essential. So, that's all for this video. If you found it useful, please drop a like and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks. Happy gaming, and I'll see you in the next match.